Oh, you guys, I did it again. I did it again. It is Wednesday. Well, first of all, it's Wednesday, June 22nd. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Hump Day. Yes. Happy Hump Day. Uh-oh. Happy Hump Day. But in reference to what I did again, I forgot to wear my one of my Hump Day shirts. Oops. Sorry, guys. But happy Hump Day to you. I hope this message, this reading, this live stream finds you well. Hold on a second, because I also forgot to moisturize. Hold on. I'll be right back. Stay there. Moisture. Hi guys. Hello Josiah. Hello Shuba 3. Hello Mel. Good morning everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever. How are you? It's good to see you. I hope you all are doing well. Yeah. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Hello Justin. You are very welcome. I am very happy to be here. Hello, Marie. Oh, excellent, Marie. Well, welcome in. Hey, you got here just in time because we are just starting. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm having a little bit of a late start today. I slept. This is my yoga mat. I slept so hard. So hard. And it's not even like I went to bed late last night. It's not even that. Actually, let me look at the chart. I didn't look at the chart for the day. It's not like, hello, Jacqueline. It is not like I went to bed super late last night. I also, you're still sleeping? Yeah, I understand. It's also, I mean, I didn't necessarily go to bed super early, but actually, I just fell asleep. I totally knocked out. You haven't left bed yet. Yeah, I woke up and I woke up a few times because Jinx woke me up, and then I woke up once to go to the bathroom. Jinx wanted to go in and out because it was morning. The sun was up. And then I finally woke up. Hello, Mama Piplup. I finally woke up with enough energy to like actually start getting up and getting out of bed, actually at least consider getting out of bed. And I was like, I looked outside and I was like, wow, the sun is actually up pretty high. It's quite bright. What time is it? And I looked, hello, Diamond Frost. Hello, Archangel. I looked at the time and it was 8 o'clock. I mean, not to say that getting out of bed at 8 a.m. is all that late, but usually I'm getting up, like normally I'm getting up out of bed at like 6. So it was very interesting. Is this free? Well, yes, this is a free live session. This is the SIP. So welcome to the SIP, everyone. What's today's topic? Today's topic, I don't know what today's topic is yet, but we're gonna get into that soon. I just go into these, free will, willy-nilly, and whatever comes out, comes out. But welcome to the SIP. This is your daily tarot energy reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is not a sign reading. This is not sign specific. This is a collective reading. So with that said, it is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And also it is a timeless reading. You missed your alarm this morning. Okay, yeah. Well, Shubhasri, this is not a session in which I am doing personal readings. If you would like to get a personal reading, I would be more than happy to do that for you. But no, they are not free. I do not do personal readings for free. But all of the information in the description box is below. Well, all the information for that is below in the description box. So check that. And if you would like to get a personal reading with me, just go ahead and email me and I will be more than happy to get you all set up. Yes? Excellent. So, welcome in, guys. Let me look at the chart for today. Okay, so I do want to say I feel much better today, much more confident, much stronger in myself, in my belief system than I have over the last few days. The last few days, and I mentioned this on Patreon, for the last reading that I did on Patreon, for Patreon, which was, I released that, I recorded it Monday night, but I released it, I published it yesterday morning. But in that reading, I was talking about how I was facing a lot of fears, lots of fears around abundance. And I noticed that actually started, it had been happening over the course of a few days. And that actually started when the moon, went conjunct with Pluto, who is retrograde right now, as well as Saturn. But it's kind of started when the moon went 555 on the counter, when the moon conjuncted with Pluto, which was a day or two after that full moon we had, the strawberry full moon. It was right around the time that these fears started to come up. And as the moon progressed through the sky and through the constellations, it started with conjuncting with Pluto, and then it conjuncted with Saturn, who is also retrograde, and then it conjuncted with Neptune, and then it conjuncted with Jupiter. I believe it did conjunct with Jupiter and Neptune all within the course of yesterday, most likely. And now the moon is approaching Mars, is going to be conjuncting with Mars today. And I will say, and this is in Pisces, so the moon is in Pisces right now. And I will say that by the time the moon started to reach Neptune, that's when a lot of, ironically enough, I want to say that's when a lot of the illusions started to break, or that's when I started to break out of the fear, out of the lower vibrational aspects of everything, out of the, the extreme fear of what's going to happen, this, that, and the third. Like, how is this going to work? How is that going to work? How am I going to receive this? How am I going to receive that? How am I going to make this happen, this, that, and the third? And while I was going through all of that stuff, yes, excellent, SM, I'm glad you're enjoying those. While I was experiencing all of those thoughts and those feelings, I was being very consciously aware of it. And I was also consciously trying to redirect my thoughts from worrying about how something was going to happen, and instead working on staying in tune with the universe and in tune with the alignment of what it is that I want. Because the narrative or the message to me during that time was, stay focused, keep your eye on the prize. Now, that does not mean to completely block out everything else that I'm feeling, but it did mean to, instead of focusing on the negativity, acknowledge the negativity or the negative feelings or the fears that are coming up, but still remain focused on the end goal. And the other thing that I was repeating to myself was, the other message that was coming through as I was working through this energy was, don't worry so much about the specifics of how something is going to come to you, or how something is going to work out, or why it's going to work out, or when it's going to work out, or when it's going to come to you, any of that stuff. Don't focus on that. Just focus on the end goal. Because when you focus on the specifics of how, when, why, that's when you start to restrict the energy, and that's when you start to put resistance into the situation, and that makes it difficult for the universe to deliver to you what it is you're asking for, or what it is you are working on being in alignment with. Okay, and so now that the moon is approaching, and no, actually, I'm sorry, let me go back. So when the moon was approaching and ultimately conjuncted with Neptune, I found that Neptune actually helped me to break out of the lower vibrational aspects of this, or like the really bogged down and heavy energies, which I do feel like is an effect of Saturn being retrograde, okay? Also Pluto being retrograde, but also for me, it was very much about structure and all that kind of stuff. And my life structure and everything. And I've been keeping up with my discipline, but there was a lot of fear that was coming up. And I really do feel like that was an effect of Saturn being retrograde. And ironically enough, when the moon started to approach Neptune is when I started to break free from that. It's almost as if Neptune helped to elevate me to a higher level. It helped to clear the way, or it helped me to be creative enough and emotionally creative enough, or emotionally flowy enough to start to break out of some of the real fear and get into more of the belief and all of the belief and the happiness and the higher vibe and all that kind of stuff, right? And that's not something we often associate with Neptune. A lot of the time when we look at Neptune, we look at the intoxication of it all, how, you know, you can really, Neptune is kind of associated with drug use and all that kind of stuff, or being intoxicated or feeling intoxicated by things, very nebulous energies. Neptune is also associated with creativity and all that stuff. So a lot of the time there is a fear, or there is a cautionary tale when engaging with the energies of Neptune, of not allowing yourself to get too intoxicated or get too drunk on the energies, you know what I mean? And not take things too far, because it's very easy to take things too far when planets like Neptune are involved, okay? But this was one of those situations in which, you know, a lot of people, a lot of people use certain intoxicants like alcohol, which isn't the best, but like say marijuana. Sometimes people use certain strains of marijuana. Like I was listening to a certain streamer that I like to watch on Twitch every once in a while. She does arts and crafts, and she does a lot of handwork. She's this is a total tangent. I'm sorry, 1111 on the counter. But when I started watching her, she was streaming Grand Theft Auto 5 all the time. But now she doesn't do that anymore. Now she does her craftsmanship, and she talks to people, and she streams. And okay, ooh, Chronic Thunder. Wow, all right, that sounds intense, Josiah. You better get it, bro. Go on with your bad self. Actually, I was thinking of taking a hit off my pipe this morning, but I was like, you know what, let me wait. But anyway, she was talking about how when she smokes, when her anxiety gets extreme and everything like that, she actually finds that if she smokes some indica, which is y'all know is a specific strain of marijuana. It's usually the strain that indica couch, you know, like it's that strain that makes you just want to sit in the couch and like eat a bunch of food and just watch TV and just veg out, right? But she finds that when she smokes indica, that helps to take the edge off of her anxiety, and she can actually come back down to reality and handle things. Me, on the other hand, when I smoke indica, I get extremely anxious. Okay, I find that if I'm going to smoke marijuana for a therapeutic sense, I actually tend to gravitate more towards sativa. There it is, SM. I love sativa because I like to be active. I like to do things. I like to be motivated. Indica is your favorite. Yeah. Well, I mean, like if I'm not doing anything, if I'm home alone and like it's the end of my day and all I want to do is sit and veg, I'll smoke some indica and it'll be okay. But I am not about to smoke indica, like say if I'm with a bunch of people, even if like, I don't know, maybe if we were in my house and everything, I was in my familiar setting, it would be okay. But like if I'm out with a bunch of people, even if we're out at somebody else's house, I can't smoke indica because I will just become a paranoid mess. But if I smoke a little bit of sativa, when I'm out or when I'm doing something, I'm the life of the party, y'all. But like also, I don't smoke weed out of my house anymore. Hello, Alicia. I don't smoke weed out in public. A lot of my friends, when we get together, we'll be out, you know, hanging out in town and everything. There'll be a joint or a blunt passed around. I'm not trying to hit it because it's like, no, I can't be social then. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, it felt like when the moon was hitting Neptune, when the moon was hitting Neptune, it's like Neptune was helping me break out of the depression, break out of the lower vibrational energies, break out of the fear, and start to not only see a different way, but to also feel a different way. And then of course, right after the moon conjuncted with Neptune, it conjuncted with Jupiter, which is the big old benevolent, big papa. Like you can almost call Neptune, like if you believe in this or not, even though I know a lot of people think he's a pedophile, this energy, but Saint Nicholas, you know, Santa Claus and all that, like that big benevolent, that big fat jolly benevolent energy, that's Jupiter, right? And so the moon conjuncted with Jupiter, and now everything is feeling better, we're looking better, we're feeling better, and now the moon is going to be conjuncting with Mars, which is all now Neptune, Jupiter. Oh wait, I forgot Chiron too. I totally passed over Chiron, but after Jupiter, the moon conjuncted with Chiron, and now it's approaching, as of right now, as of about 12:02, which was about 10 minutes ago, the moon is approaching Mars, so it's going to be conjuncting with Mars. So I just feel like we feel better. Yeah, you don't smoke socially either. Yeah, no, I don't. And I used to all the time. And I'm not like, do your thing. I don't care. I just know I can't because I get anxious and I can't talk to people. I can't have a conversation. I just sit there and zone out. It's not cute. It's not a good look for me. Anyway, so yeah, the moon is going to spend the rest of the day in Pisces. I believe it's going to be moving into Mars by tomorrow. Let me animate this real quick. But I hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see you all. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. By noon tomorrow, the moon will still be in Pisces, but it will be transiting into Aries. So it'll be in Aries by tomorrow afternoon, okay? And I just feel like, I know for myself really with the moon, right now I feel like it's because the moon is about to conjunct with Mars. Even though Mars is not the happiest in Pisces, I just feel a burst of energy with Mars, you know, with the moon conjuncting Mars. Like I don't feel so bogged down. I don't feel so inadequate. You know, I feel like I want to take action. And I kind of feel like there's an energy right now in the collective of wanting to take action, but wanting to take action in a new way. Ooh, this is cute. So what's coming up for the collective right now is I feel like many of us over the course of the last few days have probably overcome some level of fears or anxieties or something, or we were faced with certain fears. We actually were talking about that for the last 2 days with this, what was it? Well, it was definitely the Nine of Swords. Yesterday specifically, it was the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Pentacles reversed with the Nine of Swords was upright. We have been facing some sort of fears and juggling something lately. And now I feel like from this moment on, it feels like we are able to, or we're willing to take action in a new way to totally revamp things. Spirit told you to take your old things to the pawn shop. Yeah. Yeah, that's excellent, Josiah. I mean, like, there are so many things I should be getting rid of. Hello, Monique. There are so many things I totally need to be getting rid of. I don't know how to part with them though, because unfortunately here in Puerto Rico, I have not seen a pawn shop or anything like that. And I've thought about selling things on eBay and everything, but I feel like that's a waste of time. The past few days, you've been facing your fear of rejection and failure when it comes to applying for work and not people pleasing with your family. Boop. Yeah, I will drink to that one, even though this is coffee. But that's excellent. That's really excellent. So let's see. I've been thinking, let me look at the chart, back at the chart here, because I've been thinking about the moon cycle. We're approaching a new moon soon, within the next few days. This is weird. This is weird. Oh no, it's at the very end of the month. The 28th. The 28th, 29th, we will have a new moon. The new moon is coming up. That new moon is going to be in the constellation of Gemini. Yes, cheers for your tea. The constellation of Gemini. Keep in mind, guys, that we use true sidereal astrology here. But you know what I just realized? Right around the time of the new moon, so on the 28th by 12:02 p.m. on June 28th, Neptune will be starting its retrograde motion. Yes, ma'am. I mean, so these are the outer planets, right? So we'll have Pluto retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde, then we have Neptune going retrograde. These are all of the outer planets. These happen once a year for about 6 months for each one. And these outer planets, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Jupiter, don't really affect us that much on like a personal level. All right, these are more of collective energies. These are all like more like big picture type of energies. Okay, but I say that to say don't be fooled in thinking that this isn't necessarily going to have some sort of effect on your life, okay? Don't think that there aren't some potential pitfalls that you couldn't come upon. But just with these outer planets here, just think more macrocosm than microcosm, okay? It's when you get into the personal planets, the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, even, well, and maybe even a little Chiron a little bit, that's when things are a little more micro-focused, okay? But I just want to put that on your radar. You know, Neptune is going to start its retrograde motion around the 28th. It's starting to station retrograde, okay? Alrighty, guys. Anyway, let's move forward. I'm ready. I'm wearing one of my favorite Michael Jackson shirts. It's not my absolute favorite. I have another one that I bought at Hot Topic recently. And it's actually this photo of him, this image of him. This is from his Bad album cover. It's this photo of him with like very retro 80s design behind it, and his name, Michael Jackson, in like this like bluish, pinkish blue. It's like blue, pink, white, makes a little bit of purple in there, and it's neon, and it says his name. And that one's my favorite, but I didn't want to wear that one because I like to save that one for when I go out. This one I don't necessarily like to wear out. Just because it's so, I don't know, it's very personal to me. But yeah, but Archangel knows this design because her nephew designed this. She told me that years ago. This is actually the album cover for the album that they released that I absolutely refuse to listen to, but the album that they released right after he died. And I was dancing around that time, and I was able to book a gig for the event for the release of this album. It was a big old publicity thing, but we did this like Michael Jackson flash mob type of situation, and I was in it. And because I was there, I was able to purchase one of these shirts. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to afford this shirt right now, but I cannot leave this event without buying this shirt. But I absolutely refuse to listen to that album because as like a hardcore Michael Jackson fan, with like how strong of a Virgo he was and how much of a perfectionist he was and how much he poured his blood, sweat, and tears into those albums to make sure that they sounded right. Case in point, they had a listening party for Thriller right before it was supposed to be released, and Michael was there. Apparently, I heard the story. Michael was there listening to the album, and he was in tears by the end of that by the end of that listening, because he was so upset with how it sounded. I feel like he kind of either convinced or forced Quincy Jones to remaster the album before it was actually released. Like, that's how much of a crazy perfectionist he was. And what they did with this album was like they took his unfinished work and like did some shit with it, added one of his nephews in there that sounds like him, and released the album all for profit. Like, I refuse to listen to that album, but I love this image, so I'm gonna go with that. I refuse, absolutely refuse. Hello, Blue Flame. Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, that's awesome, Kahlo. That's awesome. If Ophiuchus is a sign, what planet rules it and what element is it? I know you study sidereal. It makes zero sense to me, your Capricorn moon. Okay, well, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So, Blue Flame, there are a few theories out there. There is nothing official yet for Ophiuchus because Ophiuchus isn't really official. I know, Kahlo. I saw what you said. But Ophiuchus isn't really officially accepted by the mainstream yet. So there are a few theories out there. In my studies, I have found personally, my interpretation was that I found that Ophiuchus is a very strong and powerful and sometimes chaotic energy in terms of how it goes about healing things or how it goes about bringing radical change and radical healing. One of the keywords that I like to associate with Ophiuchus is radical, okay? Because Ophiuchus is associated with the snake charmer. That's why you see a man holding the snake. But the understanding, the story behind Ophiuchus is that Ophiuchus is powerful enough to transmute what is venomous toxic, poisonous, whatnot, whatever, take that and transmute it into an antidote and effectively heal it. So Ophiuchus is associated with extreme arts like, say, snake charming, where we have out in the Middle East, we have these experts, these very, very well practiced individuals that can charm snakes like cobras and king cobras and like all these venomous and toxic and poisonous and deadly snakes, but they can control them. That's kind of the energy of Ophiuchus. And that to me is a very extreme and very radical energy. So originally, I associated the energies of Ophiuchus with the planet of Pluto, because Ophiuchus is very much closely tied to Scorpio. Ophiuchus comes right after Scorpio and then is in between Scorpio and Sagittarius. But I feel like with how powerful and how extreme Ophiuchus can be, I find it to be more closely related to the energies of Scorpio, especially since Scorpio digs things up and then Ophiuchus takes it and heals it or attempts to heal it for you. 555 on the counter. But then I was, and as far as the element goes, I didn't really associate it with a certain element, but I heard others say that they associate it with the element of ether. And I was like, okay. Yeah, okay, I like that. I'll take that in. I took that in as my own. So from my point of view, I associated Ophiuchus with ether and Pluto. But now it could be that Ophiuchus, the ruling planet of Ophiuchus, could actually be seen as Chiron. I was listening to somebody, I should share this guy actually on the channel here because he talks about sidereal astrology, and he actually did a video talking about Ophiuchus, and this is kind of where my understanding of Ophiuchus was kind of expanded. But he associates Ophiuchus with the element of water because of the healing aspect, but also with the planet of Chiron. And there's another person that I found on Twitter a few days ago who also studies sidereal astrology, but they use tropical Western placements, traditional tropical or Western placements, but still applies it to sidereal astrology. And actually this person, and this is how I found this person, what put me onto them, they declared that they are now doing a 13 house system, with the 9th house being the house of Ophiuchus, which is a house of healing, and that Ophiuchus is associated with Chiron. So that seems to be more of the general consensus so far, that Ophiuchus is either ether or water element based and associated with Chiron, because also Chiron doesn't really have an associated sign other than maybe like Sagittarius, because Chiron is depicted as a centaur. Whew. I hope that was helpful for you. Your north node is on the Ophiuchus Sag point. Okay, 2 degrees of Sag. Maybe that's why 8 can transmute. Maybe you can transmute the Scorpio sting. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Okay, Monique, your north node is in Ophiuchus. That is extreme. That has got to be so uncomfortable in your 7th house. I mean, north node energies are uncomfortable anyway, only because intrinsically, only because this is how we're breaking out of our comfort zone. Whereas the south node would represent your comfort zone, right? What it is you're familiar with, what it is you've mastered in previous parallel lifetimes or whatnot, whatever. Your north node represents the new that you're breaking into, the lessons that you're learning at this time, what it is you're exploring, what it is you're experiencing at this time, in this lifetime. And so for your north node to be in Ophiuchus, man, Ophiuchus is a strong, powerful energy anyway. That has got to be very uncomfortable. I would love to investigate that more at some point. But anyway. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the cards for today. It is, you attract people who are broken. This healing energy is very uncomfortable. Yes. Okay, and Monique, sidebar here. I'm just going to say this because we're talking about it, and this is the download that I just got for you. You need to learn to balance that, and oh boy, you need to learn to balance that energy of a desire to help a desire to help people heal versus your feelings of obligatory energies, learning how to balance working with healing with people, okay? I feel like you're in some sort of training course to be some sort of spiritual healer or any of that. Justine, what if you have Uranus and Ophiuchus? I have Uranus and Ophiuchus. So we were probably born around the same time, Justine, because Uranus is one of those planets that are generational. So like I actually have Saturn and Uranus almost conjunct in Ophiuchus, and that is a generational thing. Uranus in Ophiuchus, again, extreme, I mean like extreme radicalism. September 86th, and then September 86th, I was born May 87. So yes, yep, there you go, right there. Woo woo, 86, 87, gang, gang, y'all. But okay, so what I feel about Uranus and Ophiuchus, man, that is one of the most extreme energies. April 87. So Brittany, you have Uranus and Saturn in Ophiuchus as well. I mean, we are the types of individuals that want that absolutely must break through the status quo, especially when it comes to societal structures that don't work, that are detrimental. And I actually no, Brittany, you probably have Saturn retrograde as well, because I think both. I have Saturn and I think Uranus retrograde. I know Saturn is retrograde. So if it's retrograde for me, it's probably retrograde for all of us actually. But like such radical breaking free of the status quo. How do you know your Ophiuchus placement in your chart? Alicia, email me. My email address can be found in the description box below. Send me your information, your date of birth, your time of birth, and the place that you were born, and I will draw up the chart and I will send it to you free of charge. Or you can go to the website masteringthezodiac.com. They use the same program that I use, Prometheus Capricorn, and that website will be able to show it to you as well if you want to do it yourself, or you can email me and I'll do it for you and I'll send it to you free of charge. Like anybody that wants their sidereal chart from this system, this true sidereal chart, you can either go to Mastering the Zodiac or you can email me and send me the information and I will give you your chart free of charge. Like if you want to see it, I want to provide that energy to you or that view to you. If you want an interpretation, then that's how I'm good. Then I'll charge you, but oh, thank you, Justine. But yeah, we are radical. And I happen to have Saturn and Uranus in Ophiuchus in the 4th house. Yeah, so childhood was interesting for me. I really dealt with a lot of resistance towards the status quo because intuitively, instinctively, and just because of the nature of when I was born and the makeup of my chart, I knew that the structures that I was facing as a child growing up, which were very much status quo, like love my parents and my family and everything, but they were very much playing the game of the status quo, keeping up with the Joneses type of situation, right? And me being the person that I am, also being the intuitive that I am, I knew that this was detrimental. And I fought against it tooth and nail. I came up against so much resistance with that. And here I am now fighting the good fight, doing all the radical things that a lot of Ys growing up. Yeah, doing all the radical things like promoting true sidereal astrology, even though it is not popular and I have lost a lot of people because of it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? As a fire sign, the only water sign that eludes you is Scorpio. You love Pisces, but you'd never want to date one. I absolutely, well, see, Blue Flame, in terms of true sidereal astrology, Joe, you're not a fire sign, at least in terms of your sun. You're a Pisces, I believe. Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack there. I'm not gonna put all your shit on blast like that. But just saying, you're an actual Pisces. You're actually, I believe you're a Pisces, Blue Flame. But me personally, I have a Pisces Venus. I love Pisces. I mean, I absolutely, I would marry a Piscean. I absolutely would. I love Pisces energy. I would totally marry a Piscean. Absolutely, 100%. Like, love them. Yep. Yes, Brittany. Oh my God. No wonder we vibe so well. Piscean, a Pisces Venus. Yo, you want to talk about somebody that can fall in love with absolutely anything and anyone? It's a Pisces Venus. Trust and believe. I'm looking at you. Take it from one. I mean, I could literally fall in love with anyone and anything, especially if it's not good for me. Ho ho! If it's not good for me or if they're not good for me, sign them up. They go to the front of the list. You're Eastern. You have Capricorn rising. Okay, excellent. So is that Alicia? Is that Vedic astrology? You have a Taurus Venus blue flame. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, depending, I don't know, what is that, Western, tropical? But it kind of makes a lot of sense in what you're saying. The Taurus, well, Venus is at home in Taurus, but Taurus Venus makes you a very practical lover. You get off on, get off on like the practical things, like maybe not so much, well, that's kind of Virgo. I was gonna say, you get off on like balancing your checkbook, but that's more Virgo than Taurus. You get off on practical things like really nice home, really nice dinner, you know, someone buying you something really cute. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive, but something you're very much aesthetically pleased. What if your Pisces is in Venus, or what if Venus is in Pisces retrograde for you? I would love to look at your chart, Josiah. Well, I am here to help with these sidereal discussions. So if you guys want more, we can actually do some live streams. Like, think of some questions. Maybe let's try and do that sometime soon. Think of some questions and then we'll do like a live stream and we'll talk about it. Venus retrograde in Pisces. That feels scary. I'm not gonna lie. That feels very chaotic. Venus retrograde in Pisces. I don't know. That I'd have to think about that. During happy hour sometime, that might be cute. I'd have to think about that. You like to work, but you hate numbers and checkbooks, and you need an accountant. That makes sense. Venus retrograde in Pisces. The strongest thing that I get for that is that you just want to help people. It's not necessarily that you want to fall in love with them, but like you want to help. That's what I get with that. That's weird. Does that make sense? That's in true sidereal. Okay. Late start in learning how to love. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not so firmly in tune with Venus being retrograde. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't figured out how to interpret that energy yet. But Venus retrograde in Pisces feels very scary to me because I know for Venus in Pisces, things can be very nebulous anyway. There's a lot of illusion involved. I tend to fall for illusionary aspects of people. I tend to fall for the super romanticized energies, or like how my idea of them maybe. So actually Venus retrograde in Pisces may be the opposite of that. You may very well be a lover, but maybe there's more practicality to you. You tend to love yourself more than anyone else. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because with Venus direct in Pisces, for me, I tend to love others more than I love myself. Okay, so that makes okay. I like how we're figuring this out together. And maybe I find Venus retrograde in Pisces scary because there are some things that I could learn from that. Ooh, the plot thickens. Anyway, we should definitely have a time where we can talk about this stuff specifically, but let's move forward and let's get into because we're already 40 minutes into this live stream. And I have a reading to do after this. So hello, Dragoness. Okay, Gabrielle, anybody, go right ahead. Anybody that wants me to read their chart for them, I would be more than happy to. Shoot me an email. My email is in the description box below. I would be more than happy to read your chart for you. I do recommend, oh, don't apologize, Blue Flame. I'm loving it too. Like, I want to keep having this conversation, but also I need to get into I need to get into the reading for today because we're almost an hour into this session. I do, for chart readings though, let me say, I do recommend a live session and an hour-long live session because then that gives us enough time to really discuss things. But check the description box below, shoot me an email, and we'll get into it. All right, 2 more shuffles. Thank you, God Source Creator, for bringing us together today. Please provide us with the best guidance that you can to serve all of our highest good and the highest good of all involved. Speaking of Ophiuchus, I'm sorry, last tangent. I channeled a love reading for Ophiuchus today that y'all may just want to watch, even if you don't have Ophiuchus placements, just for the drama of it all. Stephanie, you're here just in time because I'm just about to start the reading. But it's going to be released over on Mystic Unicorn later today, my second channel. But, but you may want to watch it just for the drama of it all. Anyway, let's get into this. Thank you, God Source Creator. All right, cool. What message do you have for us? What's going on with the collective? What do we want to talk about today? See, why are these throwing out on the floor, though? I'm going to leave it right there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on a second, guys. First 2 cards we have here are the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. And I feel like this is romantic involved. I feel like this is some sort of relationship. This may be with a romantic individual. This may be romantic in some, what the fuck? Okay. Anyway, obviously I'll have to do this later. This feels like it's some sort of interpersonal relationship. All right. Now, when these cards came out, the Ace of Wands came out first, and then the Page of Cups came out, and both of these cards went flying onto the floor. And I don't normally really pay much attention to that just because I'm free shuffling, I'm free pulling, and sometimes it's just the force that is used. It comes out and it flies out a bit. But this time, for some reason, I'm looking at these cards, I'm like, why are they falling out on the floor like this? And what I'm getting with this is somebody has an offer for you that you seem to be rejecting or that you don't want to take. Either you are vehemently like, nope, no thank you, I want nothing to do with that, or the universe is coming through and saying, you don't want to take this offer, you don't want to believe this person, okay? You don't want to trust in this person. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, whatever it is they're trying to offer you, whatever. I just heard a keepsake. Whatever keepsake they're trying to offer you, whatever sort of romantic or someone's trying to manipulate another person emotionally here. That's what I get. Either they're trying to offer you something specific that is nostalgic. I am literally hearing a keepsake, something to get you to like remember them or remember a time period that do you remember the time? That kind of energy, right? Okay. Something to get you on board with them, or to not throw you away, or not throw them away, or to not throw the relationship you have with them away, or to not want to separate from them, whatever. There's a keepsake involved, whether it's actual physical, tangible, a physical keepsake, or a memory, or there's some sort of emotion that they're trying to evoke within you that ultimately will keep you attached to them, okay? Or keep them within your periphery, or keep them within your psyche, or something like that, okay? But the last card you have here is Judgment in reverse, and this is the only card that came out and fell on the table and did not fly off. It stayed on the table. What I'm feeling most of all for this is that you are making this judgment call saying that is an absolutely not. That is a no. You can keep that. Thank you very much. And or this is either the universe confirming to you that no, you're making the right judgment call, or this is the universe saying don't take that offer. Don't take that keepsake. For some of you, this actually could be a charm. This actually could be something, if this is a physical keepsake especially, then this is something that this person has put some sort of charm or spell on to manipulate you or affect you in some way. And y'all know, I ain't trying to talk, I don't really look to channel situations like this, but I'm just the messenger here. So whatever needs to be discussed with the collective, here we are. Do not take this keepsake, okay? It could be food. Okay. Dragoness, you just posted, I know you guys are talking about ice cream. I'm trying to stay focused here, but you just posted that that emoji, that like drooling emoji, like, oh my God, yummy. And now I just thought it could be food. Someone could be poisoning your food. Someone could be putting something in your food to fuck up your situation here. To screw with your energy, to influence you somehow. Someone may be using food as a way to lure you in, maybe not necessarily poisoning or affecting the food somehow because they sit there and they eat it with you, but then they use like the advent of like having dinner with them, like come have dinner with me, or let's go get lunch, or let's do brunch, or something. Like they could be using some sort of meal type of situation to then sit there and influence you somehow, infiltrate your energy, get information out of you. Part of what I'm feeling here is that this person has intentions that cannot be, maybe it's alcohol too. It could have something to do with something that you actually have to ingest. This person or this situation feels like this individual here has some sort of, or they're trying to make it seem like there's some sort of good intentions involved. Don't believe it. Judgment is in reverse. This is bad news, okay? This is gonna lead you down the wrong path, but really it's not necessarily the wrong path. It would be a delay to your path or a delay to where it is you're trying to go. Ultimately, if you were to go down this path, there's something that visiting that evil stepmother. There's something that you could learn from this ultimately, so don't think of it as a wrong path. Just think of it as a potential delay on your path, okay? An inhalant. I mean, it could be anything. Your parent has been trying to invoke your pity. Yes, see, don't let that happen. Do not let anyone manipulate your emotions to get you to do something that you have no intentions or you definitely don't even want to be doing, okay? Oh shit. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck, you guys. The emotional manipulator himself. The good old Knight of Cups. This is that offer. This is the actual offer. This is that person coming forward and saying, here, take this. This is the actual offer of a specific item. A keepsake. This is them offering you a keepsake. This is them offering you, I don't know, a pie, a cake, some cookies, a casserole, or this is them making some sort of emotional gesture to you with some feelings of intentions or like some intentions of like benevolence. No. Nope. Nope. This is a manipulation tactic. Don't do it. Stay as far, the message here is stay as far away from this person as you can. Do not engage with them. Do not accept anything they have to offer you. Do not even accept their suggestions on how to think or what to think about a certain situation. Don't accept anything. Do not accept anything from this person. Do not. What happens if you do refuse and walk away? I don't know. They may try and retaliate. They may try and put up a fight, but that's really kind of, it feels like the best thing for you to do, to say no and to walk away. You thought you lost a plate years ago. Turns out they took it away and now are trying to give it back with something on it. I mean, do you really need that plate? I don't know. I don't know. Now, in terms of that one, I mean, Marie, I don't feel like there's anything negative. They have any negative intentions. I feel like that plate may have absorbed some energies from their environment that you do not want to accept into yours. You saw the power of physical proximity as well as nostalgic keepsakes, even through physical writing. You tested the theory and it's proven. Yep. I mean, hey, do what you need to do to protect yourself. You know what I mean? Especially if your intuition is coming through saying, don't do it, or be careful, or watch this person, blah, 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 that they're not to be trusted. Trust yourself. I mean, don't go out there trying to put them on blast, but, but you know, trust yourself, okay? Do you really need, hey, all right, guys, let's get into some clarification here. Let me give this 2 more shuffles. Clarification. This person has some sort of intent. I mean, it could be something as innocent as, I just want to give this back to you. I've had this for a long time. I just feel like I feel guilty. I need to give this back to you, or I just want to give it back to you. And there could just have been, it literally could be as trivial as this thing has absorbed certain energies from their environment, from their circumstances, whatnot, whatever, that you don't want to be accepting into yours. Maybe just because you have been working very hard to keep low vibrational toxic energies clear from your space. Don't accept anything from someone that you know is going through some toxic ass bullshit from their house into your house. No, honey, now you're bringing that shit into your house. And now you're going to have to work to get that shit back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do it. Especially if your intuition is like, nah, I don't want that. Then don't take it. Or take it and I guess throw it right in the trash or something like that. Do not bring it into your home. Your ex is always trying to bring you food and you're trying to cut him off. Nah, bitch. Oh God, Rachel, I am so sorry, but no, don't you be eating that food, man. He's probably got all kinds of love spell intentions in there. Like, not to say that you're really weak enough to be susceptible to that, but like, you're gonna have to beat it back. You're gonna have to fight it back. Like, he may have all kinds of intentions of like you coming back to him and all that shit. Man, don't take that. If you don't want it, don't take it, period. Okay, let's start clarifying some. Oh my God, you guys, you can't make this shit up. Let's start clarifying things. I want to start clarifying the Ace of Wands here. And as I was shuffling the cards, I was like, okay, I want to clarify this Ace of Wands because I'm picking up on some sort of intent from this person, right? Okay. Well, look at, I haven't even pulled a card yet. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck right now. 7 of Swords. There's deception involved here, okay? It may even be unbeknownst to their own selves. I just heard that. Maybe they don't even realize what's actually hidden in between or what's going on here. Ah, your Sagittarius ex would always bring you chocolate, but couldn't get into your cold, cold heart. You're hilarious, Blue Flame. We've got 41 people here and 25 likes. Let's smash that like button for me, yeah, guys? All right, clarify this intent, please, Spirit, this Ace of Wands energy. Clarify this intent. Clarify the Ace of Wands. See, and then shit goes flying out on the floor. And then shit goes flying out on the floor. Oh my God, okay. Nah, dude. All right, look. Ace of Wands, clarifying the Ace of Wands, right? Overall energy here, you have the Moon. Okay, so first we started with the 7 of Swords here. Now we have the Moon. This is literally illusion. Someone is literally trying to cast a spell or cast some sort of illusion or create some sort of illusion, trying to twist and contort the situation to make it seem like something that it is not. Either somebody is consciously doing this, or somebody is under this illusion themselves and is not even realizing it, not even aware of it, and are just trying to perpetuate that illusion themselves, okay? So especially if you find yourself dealing with someone who is under some sort of illusion, doesn't see things clearly for what they truly are, and is trying to get you involved with it or keep you involved with this, you have the potential. You either already are seeing it clearly and you know you don't want to be involved anymore, or you have the potential to see it for what it truly is, okay? Don't get involved. But clarifying this intent, this Ace of Wands energy, the first card that came out is the 10 of fucking Cups. And what I'm hearing with this is, but we're family, but we're this and we're that, but like we love each other, but you see, the 10 of Cups can be a very tricky energy. Because yes, it absolutely involves some sort of ultimate emotional wish fulfillment for an individual, but not always. Sometimes it also involves or represents emotional wish fulfillment for a group of people, for a collective of people, okay? For something that has been long-standing or whatnot, whatever, okay? And you can get lost in the sauce with the 10 of Cups, for sure. The 10 of Cups is indicative of Piscean energy or the 12th house energy, where you get into the collective, where you get into oneness, where you can absolutely lose your sense of self or lose your sense of identity within the 12th house. For better or for worse, you know, take it as it resonates depending on your specific situation. But this is the type of situation in which it feels like someone has intent on keeping up some sort of status quo or keeping up some sort of emotional illusionary energy that is of service to them and maybe some others or whatnot, whatever, but is in service of them somehow, or some sort of collective consciousness. With that, you guys, and I swear, these last two cards, they came out and they fell out on the floor like you can't make this stuff up. The last two cards here are the Hierophant and the Tower. There is some sort of status quo that is trying to be upheld here, but that is about to come down. That is about to come crashing down. And either this person, like I said, either this person is consciously aware of what's about to happen and they're trying to preserve it, or this person is just picking up on some energies that something's about to go down, something is about to be destroyed. Something that has been long-standing, some sort of status quo is about to be destroyed, and they don't know how or why. They don't even know why they feel this way, but they know they don't want it to happen. And so that's why this intent is coming through. That's why this emotional offer is coming through, in order to keep this status quo going. Underneath the deck, at the bottom of the deck here, you have the Moon with the Four of Cups, with the Queen of Cups, which feels like it is the antidote to the illusions of the Moon, to the Nine of Swords. Now, this Queen of Cups energy feels like it's the antidote to the Moon. Why? Because the Queen of Cups, well, both the Moon and the Queen of Cups represent Cancerian energy, right? But really, the Queen of Cups feels like the antidote to the Moon, because the Queen of Cups represents intuition, psychic ability, being able to be empathic, being able to read people's intentions, being able to read energies, being able to see what's going on underneath the physical surface. So your intuition here is the antidote to the illusion that is being put up in terms of the Moon here. You are not wanting to be involved with this. Your intuition is guiding you correctly because you're feeling into this intuitively and you're like, no, fuck this. There's something very wrong about this. Okay, the Nine of Swords here, yes, it is still an energy of fearing the worst, right? But the Nine of Swords is actually a good thing, is your friend here, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Moon, because if you feel like something is not right here, if you feel into this situation, like you look past the surface level and you feel into it and your intuition is like, yikes, whoa, get me away from that, then you would be best to listen. It would behoove you to listen and avoid this worst case scenario represented by the Nine of Swords. That is why the Queen of Cups is the antidote, the antithesis to the Moon. Your intuition is reading into this illusion and is telling you, no ma'am, no Pam. Thank you kindly, but no. Let's look at the Page of Cups next. Clarify the Page of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify the Page of Cups for the collective for this reading. Woo! Yikes! Okay. Clarify the Page of Cups, please. One more. Please, Spirit. One more for the Page of Cups. That's enough right there. Upright or reversed? Reversed, please, Eric. Okay. First card to clarify this Page of Cups energy, this emotional offer. This is nothing substantial. This is nothing substantial. Even though overall energy here, damn, y'all. Holy shit. I didn't even look at this. But look, at the bottom of our original deck, we do have the Knight of Cups, right? This is the actual offer. It's an emotional offer, but for some of you, it is an offer of something tangible, a keepsake. Look at what is underneath this Knight of Cups. I shit you not. It's the Ace of Pentacles. A physical keepsake, y'all. A physical keepsake, some sort of offer. For a lot of you, for some of you, an offer of something tangible that will only keep the cycle going. Look at this shit. You cannot make this stuff up. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. But this Page of Cups energy is not an offer that is substantial. What I want to say about this Page of Cups is that they don't have a pot to piss in, or they don't have a leg to stand on. This is not an offer that's coming from a King of Cups or a Queen of Cups. This is something that's coming through from a very immature place, trying to mask itself as something more than it is, okay? Clarifying this Page of Cups, first card out is the Ten of Swords reversed. Somebody is trying to keep a situation from ending, period. What's up, Teak? Okay, sorry. I paused for a second. The video didn't freeze. I was trying to read the comments. Someone's trying to keep a situation from ending. All right, this is materialism. The King of Pentacles. It feels like this person very much identifies very, very much with their physical reality, with physical results, with the way things look in the physical. What I'm getting from this person, from the energy of the King of Pentacles in terms of this situation, in relation to this situation, it feels like this person would not be able to handle it if this, or they feel like it's their ego here, that if this situation were to crumble, if some sort of physical reality were to change. They put so much investment in how things look in the physical reality, their physical possessions, their status in reality. This person may have some sort of 10th house aspect that's really, really bad, or like really malefic, or really like damaged or detrimental in their lives somehow. Something about their 10th house energies in terms of like status quo, or the way things look, how they're perceived by others, their sense of self-image. Okay, their sense of self-image and or identity may be very much connected to their physical life. and what society thinks of them. Again, I'm getting strong 10th house energies here. I mean, I know I'm holding a 10 right there, but okay. Finally, clarifying this, you have the Six of Wands, and I asked specifically because the Six of Wands came out and it fell sideways on the tower, right? And so I asked Spirit, I was like, is this upright or reversed? And Spirit said, reversed, please. This person is literally trying to keep up appearance, is literally trying to keep up the status quo, is literally trying to keep something from ending and or coming down. And this tower moment is going to be catastrophic for this person or for this for this situation because of how they've been continually propping this situation up. They have effectively been avoiding a lesson, been avoiding the end of something. And the more they prop this up, the worse and worse and worse the actual ending is going to be. This is very much like what's going on with our economy right now, with our financial situation, and how our government has been artificially inflating or perverting the market ever since the 2008 collapse, of which we haven't really been able to recover from. I'm regurgitating some things from some financial people that I watch, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, there is no real reason why we should have been able to afford or to buy all kinds of shit from China and Amazon and Walmart and all these places, so much stuff for so cheap. Literally, it makes no sense. And what we're up against right now is the actual collapse of all that and feeling the backlash of continuously propping things up in artificial ways and effectively avoiding a crash. Well, guess what? It's gonna crash eventually. And the longer we push it away, the worse it's going to be. That's exactly what's happening with this situation right here. So this could be something that's going on in your personal life, or this could be a big old... is the Three of Pentacles. We are China's bitch. We are. I mean, like, think about it this way. How much of our businesses have we outsourced to China over the last decade? Like, just riddle me this. You know what I mean? Okay. Hi, Pages. Welcome. You are catching me in some fiery energy right now, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Yep, it's time to begin to connect closer to home and become self-sufficient, right? For like the last 25 years. Thank you, Archangel. You are absolutely right. You feel it in Canada as well. Yeah, Alicia, yeah. Doesn't help our government has colluded with the Chinese, but oh, look at that. Okay, anyway. Finally, let's work together. Let's be partners. I'm getting like misery loves company type of energy here from this situation, but okay. Anyway, finally, let's clarify judgment in reverse. Let's clarify judgment in reverse. What do you want to say about judgment in reverse, please, Spirit, for the collective here? Okay. The responsibility is your own, says Spirit, okay? You have to know how to protect your... Oh my God. Yo, this shit has been happening all day to me so far, and I'm fucking loving it, okay? But, okay, check it out. The first card, judgment, is in reverse, yes? The first card that came out to clarify judgment is the Emperor. And what I was hearing with the Emperor, what I was channeling from the Emperor is the responsibility to protect yourself is your own. You have the ability to place your own boundaries in your life for yourself. That is your responsibility. It's also your ability, but it's your own responsibility. You need to know how to decipher when to protect yourself and how to protect yourself, right? And as I was saying that, the last two cards came out. The King of Swords and Justice. Overall energy is the Four of fucking Cups back to the moon. If you know, if your intuition, if your gut is saying to you, I don't want that, or I don't want to be a part of that, or I don't want to accept that, or no, I don't want to do that, then stay there. Don't give in. Don't allow yourself to be guilted into something. Don't allow yourself to be emotionally persuaded. Oh, but you know, I just want to, no, but nothing, no. I said no. I don't want to be involved. I don't want that. I don't want to accept that. I don't want a piece. I don't want a piece. I don't even want to taste it. No. But why? Fuck why? I said no. Woo! The fire. All of my fire is coming out right now, y'all. Hot like fire. Sing it, Aaliyah. Hey! Take you higher. Say it. What? You can't resist. Kiss, kiss, and kiss, and kiss, and kiss. Yes, Aaliyah. Take it to church, honey. I love that song too. I mean, that's not necessarily resonating with like, or whatever to this situation, but I saw hot like fire. This is hot. And I thought, ooh, hot like fire. Yes. I have an Aaliyah shirt too. Anyway. Oh yes, Teak. This is some, y'all, 111 on the counter. This is some boiling. Talk about sip. This is a hot ass sip right here. This is some fucking hot ass tea, man. Don't take whatever they are trying to give you. Please, if this is resonating with you, if your gut has been saying, I don't want nothing to do with that or them, don't do it. The judgment call is yours to make. Emperor, King of Swords, Justice, the judgment call, judgment in reverse. The judgment call is yours to take. Bird your tongue, let me sit, please. It's yours. And quite frankly, you guys, I know this is going to sound really harsh, but the Emperor is saying it. The Hierophant says it too. You only have your own self to blame if you go down this path. Period. Why? Because the choice is yours. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition, please. Okay? Oh, you legit got the same cards. Well, shit. Look at that. All right. Let's close this out. Your kid wants you to go to the chiropractor today. You don't feel like going. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the chiropractor might be a little helpful for you. I don't know. Might want to listen to your child there. I don't know. But that's kind of like counterintuitive. That's like the exact opposite of what we're talking about here. I don't know. The chiropractor seems like it's a little more benefic. I don't know, but trust yourself. Trust yourself. If you really don't feel like you want to go today, then don't go. Oh, you went last week. All right. And you don't want to go today? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Don't you not want to go to be going to the chiropractor like too frequently? Unless you have something really severe that they're trying to work on, but like, isn't that something you don't want to do all that often or something like that? I've never been to one. They've always scared me. Never, but I would go nowadays, maybe. But anyway, let's get this closing message, yeah? And then I gotta go. And then Archangel, you're next. So we're gonna close this out, and then Archangel, I'll be doing your reading, yeah? We'll be getting to you. 2 more shuffles here. Closing message for this collective reading. Well, a bad chiropractor is scary. Yeah, that's true. Last shuffle. All right. Closing oracle guidance, please, Spirit. Interesting. Okay. This is an interesting choice, Spirit. But we have card number 10, Angel Ista and Carnelian, Nourishment. Ooh. Okay. We bring you the gift of nourishment. You are ready to grow, and to do this, you need food for your body, your mind, and your soul. We want you to feel fed with what brings you life, with what helps you feel good, with what heals you, increases your energy and your power. We know what you need and what can assist you to grow in mind, body, and spirit. We know that life can be a banquet for the soul. There are many choices as to what you can feed yourself, and sometimes you may be confused about what is good for you and what is not. Let go of any doubt or shame, guilt or fear about being nourished now, as we guide you towards what will truly feed your life force and bring you happiness. Are you kidding? Choice is a part of your spiritual freedom. You have the choice to feed yourself, body, mind, and soul, with various foods. From physical food to provide fuel for your body to the food for thought you give to your mind, you choose how to nourish yourself on a daily basis. Sometimes there might not be much of a choice, as mass media delivers a daily stream of imagery and ideas, most of which is based in fear and generates more of the same. However, being offered food and choosing to partake of it is something quite different. When food for the mind or the body is offered to you, and you know in your heart it is not going to help you, you have a choice. Let me say this again. When food for the, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making this shit up. Okay? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. When food, Jesus Christ. When food for the mind or the body is offered to you, and you know in your heart it is not going to help you, you have a choice. The choice might result in you taking in the meal or the idea because you don't want to offend the people you are with at the time. Oh! Then you will need to clear any debilitating effect that meal from your system. This can absolutely be done, but if you choose to live that way more often than not, you will become tired and lose energy. There is a better choice you can make for yourself if you wish and when you feel ready to do so. That different choice is to notice what is being offered to you on a plate or in a news story, for example, and respond with compassion rather than reaction. If someone offers you a meal of fear-based reality, you can understand with your heart that this is all they are willing or capable of expressing in that moment. With the light in your mind, you can see clearly that although it may seem harmless enough to that person, you know it is not a good meal for you. You'd prepare to sustain yourself on healthier and more nourishing, strengthening fare. The love you choose to act on for yourself in that moment is going to contribute far more constructive energy to the world than if you tried to fit in with others and deny your right to genuine nourishment, just to keep another comfortable with their own more fearful choices of food for body and mind. I swear for God. This is pretty long, but I'm going to continue reading. If you are to say yes to food that heals you, it also means reading materials that feel good to read, consuming imagery that feels good to consume, and eating food that has a positive effect on your body and emotions. Saying yes to nourishment means saying no to foods that sap your energy and drain you. That will likely mean saying no to physical food that is highly processed with additives that damage your body and diminish your energy. Many spiritual aspirants undermine their own efforts on the spiritual path because they do not feed themselves properly to support their body and mind to do the incredible spiritual tasks that they are here to do. You guys, I have been experiencing, I literally had to stop going out and eating all the time and also going to dinner parties. I had to. I had to stop eating the foods that other people were making that were just fine for them, but I knew in my heart that were not fine for me. Number one, because they probably weren't gluten-free. Number two, because they most likely were not corn-free. And number three, because even if they were technically gluten and corn-free, they probably had a bunch of additives and preservatives and things I would never choose for myself. But I had no control over it because I'm not making the food. I literally had to stop. And I have some friends that are excellent chefs or are actual chefs themselves, whether they're home cooks or not. And I still have to say no. Why? Because I started to recognize how even though they may have had the best intentions, they still are not in my sense of awareness. They're still not in my body. And even though those things are technically not in there, they still don't know how it was affecting my body until it got to the point where I was having extreme digestive issues. And I have always had digestive issues ever since I was a kid. That's what helped me. What helped me with that was going off of gluten and corn for 7 years. And then all of a sudden, I started eating it again. And I had the worst digestive issues that I have ever had in my life. Like I literally thought I was gonna die. And what did that teach me? Stop eating other people's food, Eric. Just stop. If you can't make it yourself, then you don't need to be eating it, at least right now, so that your body can heal. And it was a struggle for me. Because especially some of my neighbors, man, they make, oh my God, some of the food that they make, man, is absolutely delicious. There are times where there's special things going on and for special events and holidays and stuff, they'll make pernil and arroz con habichuela, arroz con gandules. Some of my favorite things to eat, like some of my favorite meals. And I don't think I can accept that any longer. It's heartbreaking because I love it. It's fucking delicious. But I notice the energetic effects that it has on me. And I'm not saying that they have any sort of ill will. It's just that traditionally what is used in some of those foods, I would not even buy for myself. Like I can't do sazon. Like I can't go and get like a bottle of Goya, like the adobo or the sazon or anything like that because it always bothers my digestive system. I tried. I can't do it. I mean, and it doesn't have gluten or anything in it, but there's something in there that destroys my digestive system. I can't do it. So even though there's all this fire coming out of me right now and all these strong messages of don't eat the food, it doesn't mean that they necessarily have ill intent. Some people do, but not everyone does. But there is a reason why you are being told, don't take that, don't ingest that, don't take that keepsake, don't accept that energy. There is a reason why. And only you will know specifically what that reason is for yourself. You do not have to feel guilty about this if you feel this applies to you. Part of your journey may have involved moving through a less healthy time to realize several things. Oh my God, I was literally just saying that in my own story. To realize several things. Compassion, understanding of how health can support your spiritual growth and ability to feel joy and vitality, being some examples. Perhaps part of your journey is to heal your own health and then inspire others to do the same. Part of your journey may well involve learning how to love and respect yourself enough to truly take care of your needs, even if that means unlearning what you have been taught to explore, less fearful and more nourishing ways of eating. You don't have to become afraid of the junk foods and ideas that exist in the world, just aware and decisive about what you want to take in and what you prefer to release. It takes courage, strength, and will to choose to be healthy in a world that has some very mixed up ideas about what that means. Health is based on love, not domination, shame, or control. It increases joy and doesn't make you miserable or ashamed. Feeling nourished in body and mind gives you a sense of inner security and support that can help you take the steps you need to live up to your amazing divine potential. If you have been asking for help to heal your health, this oracle says not to give up. Keep looking for answers and trust your intuition as you are guided from within to the information you need. Even if it takes several steps, you will be led to what you need. Do not give up until you get your answers. You deserve this much commitment from yourself to yourself, and the universe is completely committed to helping you succeed. If you have been struggling with food or eating in any way, this oracle brings you good news. Healing is on the way to you and your prayers will be answered. Explore your options and take the journey. The universe is helping you and you shall get your answers, no matter how much or how long you have struggled in the past. You are a precious child of the Divine Mother and she will nourish you with her life-sustaining blessings. Now, with all of that said, but when my neighbors make pernil and arroz con gandules, like they only do it every so often, like every few times a year, like they don't do it often. And if they were to offer it to me, I will probably take it because it's fucking delicious and just deal with the after effects and make sure that I know, okay, well, I got to keep this intact and this intact so I can get through this, but damn it, I'm eating this. You know what I mean? Like, but the choice is yours. Okay, I need to go. I need to go because I need to get off this soapbox and I need to do Archangel. We need to have our session now because I feel like you're running out of time probably. All right. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. Have a great day. Yes, I hope you have a fantastic day ahead. And I will see you tomorrow. Yeah? Wait, hold on. What are you guys talking about here? I want to see what you guys are talking about. Oh yeah, fentanyl is in everything, you guys. Please be careful. Please be careful. No, it's not weird that they're mad about it, Marie, because they're taking offense to it. They're like, well, what's wrong with my meals? Why can't I cook for myself though? Like, hello? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. Archangel, get ready. I'm gonna send you a link to a Zoom session, all right? And give me like 5 minutes. Let me regroup, and then we'll get into this. All right, I love you guys. Mwah. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy hump day.